Welcome back. We're back on the Chevette build project, but before I show you where we're at now, I'm going to give you a friendly reminder of what we've done previously to this.
So the last known time this was on the road, which is 2013. There we go. She's coming. Oh, look at that. She's crusty. Oh, oh yeah.
Let's show you the car. So moving on to the inside, I'm just about to start the welding for the inside now so we can start building it back up, because obviously guys, this project went outside for a little bit while we carried on with the Nova. Freshen the wiper arms up, they're just going back on. I'm waiting for some new wiper blades. I've given it a quick polish and a quick mop. The wing is back on and installed, and that's all back together. The bumper is on, the lights are on, everything's polished and cleaned up. Inside all there is nearly done. I've got calipers rebuilt, ready to go back on, so that will be in this video. Then looking under here, I'll quickly show you. I've added a seal across the gaps at the front and the back of the bonnet, just because the bonnet gaps are quite big on the old cars, so just a little seal to take a bit of that up. The engine is running perfect, straight turn of the key. Shortly in this video I'll show you, because one of my subscribers asked for me to show starting it up with no choke, so I will get to that. There's the tank, all cleaned up and restored, with the main cap restored and cleaned up. Also, we've done some tuning on the carb. I'm going to finish that in this video. I'm going to check the points in this video. We've got the brand new leads on, we've got the brand new plugs on, we've got the restored battery clamp on, we've restored the earth strap, that's back on, got a brand new battery. All this part of the bulkhead has got what got repaired, and that piece in there, I don't know if you can see it. If you want to see that, I've got the fabrication videos for replacing that hole, replacing a hole down inside the wing, and replacing all this inner part of the inner wing, the top lip there. So that's all back on. This, I painted all this, washer bottles back on, cleaned up, bracketry and everything to the bulkhead is sealed and being restored. So yeah, we're kind of getting there, to be honest now. Some of you may remember when we started this project, we put it up on the wall. So let's see where we're at. MOT and tax exemption or application, yeah, that's done. It is now on a historic car logbook. So done. We're doing some repairs today. Pre-MOT check. Rust repairs, that'll be finished in this video, and the brakes will be finished in this video too. If you're a Chevette enthusiast or a kind of 80s, 90s classic car Vauxhall enthusiast, you're going to want to see what this is. Yeah, it's pretty cool, guys. Moving on to the caliper installation. I got some parts to remove off these old spare ones and refit to the new recon units. I'm going to clean the pins up. I'm going to reuse the old pads for now and the old discs. These are going to be fine, they're safe, and you know, I will clean them up first. Right, I need to show you this, guys. I took these calipers off a few weeks ago, and while I was doing the work and while they was getting reconned and stuff, I left the brake pipes hanging down like that, which obviously naturally bled the brake fluid out. I then put some clean fluid in the reservoir and allowed it to drain through to kind of flush the system out a little bit. But this one here, that one, if you can see it, never dripped any out. Now, I didn't know if that was just because the way gravity was pulling it through the first one, or whether this actual flexi hose here had collapsed inside. So I've just cracked that off there, and look, guys, it's bleeding the rest out now. So this flexi hose is absolutely not safe. So just because it looks okay on the outside, like if you do a visual inspection like this, sometimes they can have corroded and kind of collapsed inside. And to be honest, I've had it before many years ago, but I've had it where they kind of act as like a valve when they collapse inside. Sometimes they let the fluid through one way but won't let it return, and in turn keep the brakes seized on, if that makes sense. Yes, I'm going to try and reuse these other old ones for now while I'm waiting for the new ones to come. But for the purpose of this video, we're going to reinstall the second set that we have. Okay, so between receiving the wrong part, which was listed as correct, some deleted or accidentally lost footage, and a haircut, we are now a month or even probably 6 weeks on since last filming. So there is some update. It's done. It's pretty much finished, guys. Let's show you. In fact, what we'll do is we'll roll it out first. Rolling this used to be a real big challenge, but now it's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. I'll roll it right back. There we go. All the lights are back in, working. It's all been polished up. It's got new calipers on the front, which you've seen. All the brakes have been bled. I found the rear cylinders was seized, so it's now got brand new rear shoes and brand new rear cylinders, which was a challenge to get the correct ones, but nevertheless we have done that. We do need rear drums, which have not been delivered yet, but they are a couple of minutes to put on. All the back together, the bumper's back on. As I said, pretty much rear brakes. I've done the two brake pipes from the cylinders to the T-piece before it goes down the car. They're all new. I'll try and get, I'll add some photos of that now. And then, where are we at? We've got the trim back in, the fuel tank's back on and connected up. All the insides back on and buttoned up just as it should be. And I've replaced all the clips and stuff that was missing when we originally started, because I've still got the jerry can set up. But there we go. Okay, so this has been a real good journey. I've enjoyed it so far. This is not finished. It's kind of phase one, if you like. If we reference back to the wall, the brakes are now complete. Service box and everything is also complete. Rust repairs, we've done what we're going to do for now. There is still more to do. Pre-MOT checks, yep. Any repairs and jobs, yep. And as I've already said, it is already registered and declared for a historic logbook. And then, like I said, this isn't finished, but we're going to get some use out of it and do little jobs as we go. Let's cold start it. Okay, so let's get this cold started. It hasn't ran for a few weeks. I'll only start it and kind of let it run and then shut it off because it gasses you out. So, a couple of a couple of pumps on the pedal. And then, no choke. Will it idle? Yeah, it's idling, a bit lumpy. but that's no choke. We've got the tappets to do, and we've got the fuel to run from the tank. Now it's all cleaned out. That's just simply connecting that back up to the pump, and then the other side's already connected. That can be done out the shop. It no longer needs to stay in the shop. So before we do that, we're going to go for a drive. This is going to be good. I don't know how to adjust the seat. Okay, so battery lights on, great. Okay, first drive. Let's see how we get on. Does it stop? Yeah, brakes are spongy, but I don't mind that. Handbrake? Handbrake stops-ish, could say. Have I tightened the wheel nuts up? Yes, I have. Second gear. Right, we're in second gear. First time in second gear. Battery light's on, but it's dull. Will it stop? It comes to some sort of stop, so that's good. It's actually, oh, that was quite a big bump. It actually drives nicer than I thought. Okay, third gear. We're in third gear. We're at 20 miles an hour. She's jerking. There's no wipers, but we're going to go for it. That'll be that 10 mil that's blown, I believe. Diff seems okay. Fourth gear. Yep, we're in fourth gear. Gear knob's twisted. Okay, cars, better pay attention to what I'm doing, because I haven't got the best brakes. She's a bit rugged. Can't see much. Coming up to a stop. So gears are so loose. Okay, so that's going to take some getting used to this. Okay, so full lock. Yeah, full lock, no rubbing, nothing. Handbrake stop. Yep, handbrake works. Gears, there's a problem with this gear stick that needs to be resolved, but I don't know how to fix that, so I've kind of avoided it, if I'm honest. So now we're going to go for it again. Tyres are a little bit bouncy, but they need pumping up. Battery lights on again. Don't know what that would be, because it was charging, but third gear. We're going to go for it. There's a draft coming in from outside. Where's that from? These vents. Okay, that was 30 miles an hour. We're going to brake. Yeah, feels okay. I think I need to spend some time on getting the wipers working. That would be advised. Yeah, I'm pretty happy so far. There's little loose ends to tie up, but yeah, I mean, can't really moan at this. I'll take you round it. I don't know why the battery lights on. Okay then, so we're back in the shop. that's the end of this series, really. Yeah, the plan was to take a barn forward and get it running and on the road. That's exactly what we've done. So thank you for watching, especially if you've watched this series from the beginning. I am going to do more behind the scenes. It does cut out when it's hot. I think that's points related, to be honest. I'm not going to film it so much because the 200 views just doesn't make it feasible at all. So thank you for the 200 of you who watch regular, and I'll see you next time. Let's get a chair. Can you see me? Okay, so if you stuck around to the end of the video to see what this is, thank you very much. I really am glad that you're still here. This, guys, was given to me by a friend of mine, and it is, let's move these copies, it's an original Chevette special brochure. So if you can see that. So if you're looking at this, it's obviously made out of like quite thick kind of card material. It's an original one from a Vauxhall dealership. It's for the Chevette specials, which obviously this is one. If you look at that there, that is basically the end product that we're aiming for on her. Got some cool details on. There's another close-up picture, look, of what we're going to be finishing this one like, or it kind of already looks like. The wheel trims, the specs, it's quite a cool little brochure, to be honest. Now, a friend of mine had this kind of just locked away up the loft, and he gifted me this for, obviously, kind of inspiration for this. I thought it's got to go in the shop, guys. It's got to be framed. It's got to be hung up somewhere. But the only problem is it's double-sided. So if I show that side, I can't see that side, etc., etc. So what I did for a solution was I had some printed out, and I simply got myself a couple of frames to frame them like that, which I think is really cool. If you're interested, I kind of didn't do it for that, but if there was anybody interested in getting a couple of me printing them out and putting them in frames and posting them to you, as long as you're in the UK. The frames, I do put tape around the back of the frame, dust tape to seal them in like you would have done properly. They can stand up like that because, to be honest, I just get the frames from the range, you know, so. But there we go. So yeah, I have got an email on my description on the YouTube, or I've got Facebook or Instagram. So if you did want to get hold of one of these, drop me a message on any of the socials and I'll let you know. But that's it really. Nice bit of history, nice bit of character for your garage, especially if you've got a Chevette in your shop. Yeah, what a nice thing to have on the wall. So I think I'll end it there. Thank you for watching. We're moving off this build now. I want to kind of use it for the rest of the summer, and I'm not really going to kick the back end out of welding it all summer to then not be able to use it in the winter. So we're going to use it now, go to some shows in it and stuff, and just have an enjoyment, just have an enjoyable time with it. So we'll be back on it. It's not going for good, it's just going for now. We've got the Nova as well. We've got some big projects coming up. Again, as always, thanks for coming back. I enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.